To discuss this, we're joined by Jan Darasz. He's our colleague at TVP World and a historian. Jan, welcome. Good to see you.
Hello, Ash. Hello, Ola. Good to see you.
Hi. So, Jan, start out by laying out for us, please, the objective of this very, very bloody battle. In fact, one of the bloodiest in the Second World War. What were they trying to achieve?
So dead right in terming it as one of the bloodiest battles. It lasted for 4 months, and it was to breach the German defensive line south of Rome. So as the Germans were retreating up the leg of the boot of Italy, they made very good use of the geographic features, rivers, valleys, and the Allies had to go up the valley, down, cross the river, up the other side, and they had to do that every time they advanced north. So they had invaded Italy in the south the year before. The strong point of Monte Cassino was in fact an old Benedictine monastery that was built there in the late Dark Ages, and it commanded the view for miles and miles around. So the Germans up on in the monastery, in the actual building, saw everything that was going on before them, and they could call down artillery wherever they wanted. So this was a crucial feature in this defensive line. South of Rome had to be taken, and the Allies had to plough through these mountains, capture Rome, and move onwards northwards. So that was the importance of the actual monastery site itself. Very commanding position.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so it is. Some have called this a Pyrrhic victory. In other words, the outcome was simply not worth the cost that was paid in terms of human lives. 55,000 casualties is a number I've seen on the side of the Allies. Would you agree with that assessment?
Well, the controversy surrounds what happened after the battle. So the Poles had captured the monastery on the 17th, 18th of May, and the line was ruptured, and the Allies pushed forward, and the Allies were caught on the horns of a dilemma: to destroy the retreating German forces or to capture Rome. And the controversy surrounds the actions of the American General Mark Clark, who was in command in one of the American armies, and he pushed on to Rome, ignoring the wishes, the orders of his superior, General Alexander, to destroy the retreating German forces. So the Germans were left to build another line north of Rome, and the whole process had to be done again for the following year. So this was this grueling process of capturing hill by hill, valley by valley, and it was a missed opportunity. So the battle itself is referred to as a Pyrrhic victory, as a very bitter victory, and it still rages to this day. Was this action after the battle worth it? Capturing the actual position of Monte Cassino, breaking through the line, had to be done, but it's what happened after that was the controversial point. Mark Clark wanted to be the conqueror of Rome. That's what one of the historical controversies surrounding this battle.
Now, lastly, the Battle of Monte Cassino, I feel like we can safely say that remains a testament to the resilience and courage of the Polish soldiers. So this is well remembered by Poles now. We are very proud of this part of history. But how other countries remember this moment? How is it now taught, for instance?
Well, this was it was just another battle in the Second World War. Americans, Canadians, French, New Zealanders, Gurkhas, Indians, British. It was a battle of nations, and they all remember it as one of the battles that their forces had to deal with. For the Poles, it was the first encounter with the Germans. So this was the Second Corps. It was their first major battle. And so it had a huge symbolic victory. 1944 was the time when the diplomatic tide started to turn against, or was turning against, Poland, and the Poles had to have a success, and it had to have a symbolic victory by capturing this hugely significant strong point. But it was a very bitter victory. They started to know about Tehran conferences, later on the Yalta conference, and all their efforts were in vain in the end to return to a free Poland. So all the blood, all the sweat, a couple of my uncles were fought in the battle. It left a very bitter legacy, but as you say, it's remembered undoubtedly and very positively, very surely, for the courage of the Polish troops fighting on these hillsides. Tremendous efforts to dislodge the crumbling German army from that position.
Well, absolutely. Huge Polish casualties, about 9,000 is the number that I came across, but also planting the Polish and British flag side by side at the top after the battle had been won says a lot. Thank you very much, Jan, for joining us and giving us this insight into this very, very bloody battle.
A pleasure.